Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sannyasi Prabhu, Dhananjay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavad, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dhananjay. Hare Krishna. Okay. तो आमे आर क्लास रे ए जाय पढ़ी थिले टेकिंग टू कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस 6th चैप्टर एलिवेशन टू कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस रो एटा लास्ट चैप्टर टा पढुचे तो कार मन अछि 4th चैप्टर रो फर्स्ट वर्स और सेकंड वर्स भगवत गीता रे अछि एट पढ़ी परियो नॉलेज लिखाई एटा 4.1 की पढ़िबो
हम पढ़ी परम
हां पढ़न
एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम इमं प्रदश्रयो विदुः स कालनेह महतो योग नष्ट परम तपः हरे बाप
हां प्रभु तापर नेक्स्ट वर्स टा पढंतु बाहर बंद कर दे बाहर बंद करले आप फोन करिवे न मते फोन बाहर बंद कर
एवं परंपरा प्राप्तिम इमं राजश्रयो विदुः स कालनेह महतो योग नष्ट परम तपः सेकंड
हां तापरे एटा फर्स्ट हां तापर स एवाय मयाच अद्य जोग प्रोक्तो पुरातन भक्तोसी में सखा चेति रहस्यम हि एतद्
थर्ड वर्स
हां तो कृष्ण डी कोन कहउचंदी कहउचन जे एई भली म आगुरु एटा विवस्वान को कहिथिली आ एबे जेहेतु परंपराटा ध्वंस होईची परंपरा नाश होईची आगुरु विवस्वान तापर इच्छा को तापर मनु एई भली समस्त पाइथिले किंतु एबे जेहेतु परंपरा ह्रास होईची सेति म आउथरे तुमको कहउची एजाम पढ़िथिले तापर हमें एठू पढ़िया that original supreme spiritual discipline succession was broken but now we can receive the same message by studying Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks to Arjun just as in a far distant time he spoke to the sun god. If we accept the words of Arjun and Krishna, it may be possible for us to understand Bhagavad Gita. But if we want to interpret it in our own way, the results will be nonsensical. The best way to understand Bhagavad Gita is to accept a bona fide spiritual master. That is not very difficult. So here Prabhupada is emphasizing that the original disciplic succession was broken that time, but now that is not broken. Why it is not broken? Because we see that we have Srila Prabhupada in our parampara and he has the knowledge. He has written this Bhagavad Gita as it is. So now we can receive this same message by this Bhagavad Gita as it is. And in Bhagavad Gita, we can well understand that long back he spoke it to sun god Vivasvan. Still the knowledge is same. Whatever he gave to sun god, now the same is only given to Arjuna. And that's why if we just accept whatever is there as a discussion between Arjuna and Krishna, then we will be able to understand it very nice. We will be able to get ourselves benefited out of it. For that, what we need? The best way to understand Bhagavad Gita is to accept a bona fide spiritual master. Bhagavad Gita we all can take and study at home. That is very good. But for the understanding with its roots, we need a bona fide spiritual master. Then Prabhupada is saying how it is not so difficult. Arjun says that he accepts all that Krishna has said to him because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. Nashtamo smritilabdha tatpasadan mayachyuta titoshmi gata sandeha karishe vachanam tava. So Arjun is at the last, he's saying that, hey Krishna, now all my doubts are gone. Hey Achyuta, all my doubts are gone. And I have got your mercy. By your mercy, all my doubts are gone and I am fixed in my consciousness. I don't have any sandeha now. And that's why I'm prepared to do as you say. This is almost towards the end of the Gita. So Krishna is telling towards the end of the Gita that how Arjuna is telling towards the end of the Gita that he has understood it and he has received the instructions. Now this Bhagavad Gita was spoken in how much time? Total how much time period it took for Krishna to speak the Gita? Who can say?
2.5 hours.
No, it was around 30 to 40 minutes. Very less than that. They just conversed for around 30 to 40 minutes or 30 minutes, you say. 30 minutes they discuss the whole Gita. And then Arjun is telling at the end of 30 minutes that I have come to a conclusion that I'll follow your instruction as it is. So this is Arjun's commitment. This is Arjun's devotion. We can well understand. And we are reading many times, twice, thrice a day. Twice, thrice we have already read. But still we are not able to surrender fully to Krishna's instruction. As Arjun, we should accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, do as he says. What Krishna is saying, Jakyosi jadasnasi jajyohosi jadasi jat jatapasyasi konteya tatpurushamadarpanam. So in this sloka of the 9th chapter, this is the most important sloka of the Gita in one sense. That whatever we are doing, whatever we are eating, whatever we are giving to somebody, whatever we are gifting, whatever sacrifices we may do, everything we should offer to Krishna. Another teaching in the 9th chapter is also there. Manmana bhavavan bhakto madhyaji mam mam evaishyasi satyam te pratijani pyosi. Krishna also says that whatever you do, offer it to me, he's saying here, and there he's saying, think of me, offer your worship to me, offer pranam to me. Then at the end of your life, you will come to me. By accepting Krishna in this spirit, we can attain complete knowledge. If, however, we do not accept Krishna and interpret Bhagavad Gita in our own way, then everything will be spoiled. If we are sincere, we will get a sincere spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. So this is very important. If we accept Krishna as it is, then we'll be able to understand Gita. But if we interpret in our own, with our own mind, like people think that, oh, let's take the Gita and let me just scan what is there here. And then I understand whatever, and then I write my own commentary. In this way, there are so many commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita, more than 1,000 commentaries. So that is not real study of Bhagavad Gita. That is interpretation. That is not going to help us. But rather, if we are sincere to understand Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna will send us a spiritual master. So spiritual master will not, we need not go and search on the road. Where is the spiritual master? Where is my spiritual master? Where can I get him? Krishna will send. Krishna kripaye Guru mile, Guru kripaye Krishna. So first by Krishna's mercy we'll get Guru. And then by Guru's mercy we'll again get Krishna. If however we want to be cheated, Krishna will send us a cheater and we will be cheated throughout our lives. That is actually going on. For those who do not want to understand Krishna as he is, but want to understand by dint of their own perfect vision, Krishna, God remains unknown. If we don't want to understand Krishna, whatever Shastras say, whatever Guru says, but want to understand by our own interpretation, own speculation, then we cannot understand him as it is. The whole process is to accept Krishna and his instructions and therefore to render devotional service unto him. It is Srimati Radharani who is the very embodiment of perfect devotional service. In the Brahma Samhita, Radharani is described as Krishna's expansion of his spiritual potency. In this way, she is non-different from Krishna. The gopis who tend Radha and Krishna are not ordinary women or girls. They are all expansions of Krishna's pleasure potential. Radharani and the gopis should never be accepted as ordinary women, indeed, to understand their position. Suchar Mataji, do you remember which verse it is that Prabhupada is saying in Brahma Samhita it is described? Radharani. It a co-verse, Radharani Krishna Kara spiritual potential expansion.
संग संगे कहि परिबि प्रभुजी
हाँ देखी कहबे so here Prabhupada is saying this whole process of ours is to accept Krishna and his instructions and offer devotional service unto him. So when we accept Krishna, we will offer devotional service unto him. And Prabhupada says at other place, Ata Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavetrayam indriya. Sevan mukhe jivado swayam eva sprita. So the best way to start our devotional service is with chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare. So this is how we can start our devotional service. Now Prabhupada is saying that Srimati Radharani is the greatest devotee and she is also in a way non-different from Krishna because she is Krishna's expansion of spiritual potency, Ladini Sakti. And the gopis who are with Krishna and Radharani are also her expansions, Radharani's expansion. So that's why we should not take into consideration that Radharani or the gopis are ordinary women. They are all transcendental. That's why to understand their position, we also need a spiritual master. If we living entities want to actually associate with Radharani, that may be possible. Although she is not an ordinary woman, we can become associates of Radharani by qualifying ourselves in advanced devotional service.
प्रभुजी आनंद चिन्मय এটা হচ্ছে আনন্দ চিন্ময় রস প্রতিভাতাভি সাবির্য এব নিজ রূপতয়া কলাভি মূলক এব নিবসত্ত খিলাত্মভূত গোবিন্দমাদি পুরুষম তম অহম ভজামি।
Thank you.
37
अच्छा मीनिंग का पढ़ ले ट्रांसलेशन।
जो अपने धाम गोलोक में अपनी स्वरूप शक्ति 64 कला युक्त लादिनी रूपी श्री राधा तथा उनके ही शरीर के विस्तार रूपा उनकी सखियों के साथ निवास करते हैं, जो कि उनके नित्य आनंदमय चिन्मय रस से स्फूर्त एवं पूरी तो रहती है, उन आदि पुरुष भगवान गोविंद का मैं भजन करता हूँ। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
So they are non-different. Radha and Krishna are non-different. So that's why we should not take into consideration that they are ordinary. This is last paragraph. Then Prabhupada is saying we can become associates of Srimati Radharani by qualifying ourselves in advanced devotional service. So our aim is to become associates of Srimati Radharani or servants of Radharani, because she is the greatest devotee, and if we can assist her in some way, our Krishna consciousness will be success. In devotional service, there is no frustration. Even if we perform only a small amount, it will grow. Devotional service is never lost. As far as material things are concerned, whatever we gain in this material world will be lost when the body is finished. But since we are eternal spiritual sparks, our spiritual assets go with us, gradually fructifying. In this way, those who have previously cultivated transcendental consciousness come in contact with Krishna consciousness through this movement. Interest in Krishna consciousness is not commonplace. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that out of many billions and millions of persons, only one is interested in achieving perfection. And if we can advertise that simply by reading this book and meditating for 15 minutes, anyone can immediately get power, become successful in business, and pass the examination. Many people would be attracted. Is it not true? If somebody says that here is a book which can change your life, if somebody says here is a book by reading which you can gain a lot of wealth, here is a book which can make you win lottery, so people will gather. But people are not attracted to Krishna consciousness because they prefer to be cheated by Maya. So these are all cheating, because the profit we will gain by winning a lottery or something like that will last for till the time our body will last. But once this body is finished, that is gone. So in that way, if this body is finished, then this thing is lost. So isn't it a cheating? Like if we buy something for a temporary period, after some time we have to lose it. Then why to pay the price? Rather take or think about some permanent thing. So that's why people think that the perfection of life is in eating a great supply of food, or in sleeping 20 hours, or in having a new mate every night, every day. People are interested in these nonsense, but not in the perfection of life. So this is what people are hankering about. But every intelligent man should at least experiment with Krishna consciousness. He should say, all right, I have been enjoying this eating, sleeping for so many lives. These things are available for me to enjoy my bird and animal bodies also. Now in this human life, let me restrict the 4 principles of animalistic life: eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, and let me devote my time to develop Krishna consciousness. In this way, my life will be successful. It's very interesting, but I think we have to stop here. I wanted to share this once to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, once Srila Prabhupada told the same thing only. Prabhupada was explaining him that what is the nature of this world. And Prabhupada was having his massage on the terrace, and Prabhupada told to Maharaj that just see, so many lifetimes we have already wasted doing all this thing, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and animals have been doing it. We were in animal or bird bodies also, and we were doing that. So now this one lifetime, why not give it to Krishna? Let's try giving this one life. So in our case also, that's the same. We can ask ourselves. So many lives we have given to our family, our children, our relative. काहाकु ना काहाकु आमे सब बेले आमे प्रति जन्म रे आमे किछि ना किछि देई चलछे, किंतु एई जन्म रे ए गोटे जन्म कृष्ण को देई कोन लॉस हे जाउछि. लेट अस ट्राई, चेष्टा करी देखिया ए गोटे जन्म देई कि कोन होछि. आ जदी किछि न मिले भी लॉस कोन हला. एते जन्म रे गोटे जदी हमर मिलियन टका अछि, गोटे टका जदी लॉस हेला कोन असुविधा. आ जदी मिलिबो से टंकी क्या कॉइन रे गोटे माने बहुत बड़ जिनस हमको मिल जाउछि ताल केते बड़ फायदा हमर को है ना तो लॉस किछि नाही आ गेन हेले अनलिमिटेड गेन हो तो काहे कि हमें ए सौदाटा न कर सेते प्रभुपाद कहले ऑफर दिस लाइफ टू कृष्ण प्रभुपाद हम समस्त इंस्ट्रक्शन दउछन ऑफर दिस लाइफ टू कृष्ण जे कोनोसे भाव रे भी हमको एई गोटे लाइफ कृष्ण को दे देबार अछि बाकी लाइफ पड़ी जे हम केबे माने ए जो ईटिंग स्लीपिंग डिफेंडिंग और मीटिंग करिया पे बाकी लाइफ हम पाए पड़ी मिलियंस ऑफ लाइफ ए गोटे लाइफ हमें कृष्ण को लाइफ देखियो इन दिस वे आवर लाइफ कैन बी सक्सेसफुल हरे कृष्णा श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय तबरे बाकी पाटा में अर्थ पढ़िबा काहे कि ए मूवमेंट रो ना कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस व कृष्ण चेतना आंदोलन दिया है के किछि ऐड करिवे बा किछि कहबे ओके ठीक अछि थैंक यू समस्त